light and heat. Time to take a stand, boys. Time to make a choice. Time to find our courage. Time to be deployed. Make our only stand here. Make our roads complete. All we waited for now, past and future meet. Get your weapons ready. Kiss loved ones goodbye. Now our time is coming, and it is not the time to cry. Get your weapons ready, kiss loved ones goodbye. Now our time is coming, and it is not the time to cry. Fight the war. Fight the war. Fight the war. Why we're fighting, it's about the bite. Let the writers writing settle wrong from right. In the time of conflict, when the bullets fly, in the space of seconds, a life you cannot buy. Face the facts before you, face the simple truth. We're hopelessly outnumbered, it's tragic but it's true. Make your last formation, take the final road. Now it's time for endings, now it's time to go.
What's going on, everybody?
Welcome to a second cast. I did my holiday cast, of course, with the family a couple of hours ago. And for those of you who were around for that one, thank you guys so much. And we have one more for you guys tonight. This is going to be a short one. This is only going to be about an hour and 15 minutes, maybe hour and a half at the most, because after that I have to do a last little bit of wrapping and then head to bed, because tomorrow, of course, is Christmas Day with the family, which is going to be family, food, and football, basically, and a little bit of writing. I'm going to get a couple of pages of writing in if I possibly can. And then starting next week, the writing begins in earnest. My, my in-between semester writing, which I got a lot of work to do. So after this, the next time I'll be back to you guys will be on Tuesday. But until then, I did want to try to get a little bit of Dishonored 2 in. And so after we did our awesome Stardew Valley cast, which was a lot of fun, I wanted to do that. You guys will notice a couple of things that may have changed. First of all, for those of you who were here earlier on, you will notice that the Patreon has reached a new record at the $526 level, which is awesome and amazing. Thank you so much to those of you who made that possible. We are now only $24 away from $550 and giving our vocalists a raise, which I'm sure some people in this channel at the moment may be happy about in particular. And at the $575 level, of course, we will be starting a Discord server for the channel, which is awesome. And at the $600 level, that is going to be a talisman tournament, and I would love to see that happen. I'd be super pumped up about that. So we have those things coming up for you, and you get a lot of individual benefits as well. That's what you get for the channel, so if you haven't already done so, please consider supporting the Patreon, and for those of you who did so already, thank you so much, because I really do appreciate that. Also, don't forget to check out the YouTube channel with !ArvTube, and of course, don't forget to check out the Steam group with !Steam group as well. This is actually the first time I've played Dishonored 2 in probably close to 3 weeks, and a lot of it has to do with a combination of health stuff that I ran into a few weeks ago, as you guys know, but also the end of the semester, and also just all the other stuff that had to get done, Dungeons and Dragons and Finding Fantasy gamebook playthroughs and special events and all that kind of stuff. So this is day 3, and day 3 of Dishonored 2 hopefully will be something I can play where it'll be a little bit smoother also, because this is actually post a couple of patches as well. The plan, for those of you who don't know about this, is that we are going to be playing through. Let me get the little sheet out. We're going to be playing through Dishonored 2, and then when Dishonored 2 is finished, my next plan after that is to go to possibly Shadow Tactics, because I actually had a lot of fun playing that game. I'm uncertain, because I feel like it's a game that I might really like for a while, and then I might get sick of. So I'm not 100% sure, but I'm thinking about it. Whether I play that or not, then it would be Lunar Silver Star Story next, which I would be doing, because I'm looking forward to having fun with that. And then I'm thinking about Deus Ex Human Revolution after that, and then maybe back to The Witcher 3 for a while, then possibly Arkham Knight, then maybe do Pillars of Eternity White March Part 2, and then down the line farther is maybe Trails in the Sky second chapter, which is sort of on there, and then who knows, a lot of it's, but that's all kind of speculative down the line, because there's also Torment, which is going to be coming out, and I might be playing that on here, and other various games that may exist in the meantime. But I'm certainly thinking about Dishonored. I'm going to finish Dishonored 2, and then possibly either Shadow Tactics, or if not, then Lunar Silver Star Story. That is what we've got up next on the docket. So that is what we're looking at, and I'm looking forward to that. So I hope you guys have been able to tweet out the stream and let people know about it, and I hope everyone is enjoying their Christmas Eve night, for those of you who celebrate that. And yeah, so let me get rid of... Let's get rid of this. Also, special thanks, by the way, to Dragon Spear. If you notice the person sitting behind Emily there in the chair, if you look Corvo, you will notice that Corvo has had a little bit of an adjustment, a little bit of a change in outfit and appearance. Just saying, just a little bit, just a tiny bit back there. But thank you to Dragon Spear, who came up with that concept. All right, let's get rid of this, and let's turn on, where is it? This. There we go. Hi, everybody. Good to see you all. I hope everyone is doing well. Hello, Jagtris. Hi, guys. And yeah, welcome to all those of you who are here to start out this stream. So thank you to Skiller Zero, Optic Nerve Productions, Moving Truth, Kavil Threshi, Kajeldio, J-Rab, Jagtris, Godsy Tiger, Game Crashers, Hey Rob, Firebringer Axel, ECAG, Dragon Wright, Chloe Rose, and of course my awesome mods, Shattermage and Dragon Spear, as always. Thank you, guys. And yeah, so we are heading on to some Dishonored 2. As I said, this is going to be a shorter cast.
fast, probably just about an hour, maybe an hour and 15 minutes on the outside. So probably just enough time to maybe do one mission or so, and then that's it. And then on Tuesday, we'll come back to Dishonored 2, and we'll continue to move forward. So that is what we are looking towards doing. Let me give me 1 second to adjust my webcam. Because of the family thing earlier on, I had to fiddle with this thing to get it to work, to get it to fit in everybody. So now we're getting it back to a single. Let's see, everything looks straight. Lovely. Okay. All right. Cool. Awesome. That is good to go. And yes, so Dishonored time. So we're going to see how well these patches actually did for Dishonored 2. So let's make it happen. Another thing I have to do, by the way, is I have to change around the capture protocols for chat and stuff like that. So once I start the game, you will have to bear with me. And the game is going to take forever because the game takes forever to load. So we'll just have to be patient about that. So yeah, so I hope everyone is doing well. And if you celebrate Christmas, I hope that you have got all the presents sort of laid out. I hope you've ordered all the ones that you need. You don't have that last minute panic. We actually, the problem we had this year was our Christmas tree, because we had so much stuff going on this year. We got the tree about 3 weeks ago, but we literally didn't get the lights up until until today. And the hope is that the ornaments, we only have a couple of ornaments on that tree. And that just may have to be the way it is with all the stuff that's been going on with various health issues and things like that. It just, it kind of fell by the wayside a little bit. So we like the tree. It's a nice little tree, but it definitely is not a highly decorated tree, as might have been the case in the past. So, we will see about that. But anyway, so for those of you who do celebrate Christmas, I hope you are enjoying yourselves in doing so. Oh, you're forced to celebrate Christmas? Oh, well, if you're forced to celebrate it, that's too bad, Chloe. I am sorry about that. Yeah, so right now we are going through this ridiculously long opening load screen, which is basically, as you can see, just this yellow bar that gradually goes across. It takes forever for this bar to load, and everyone complains about it, and I'm sure it's some DRM-related thing that's connected to, but it's still irritating. To me, anyway. See, I have to say, I've always liked the Christmas season. When I was younger, I always got the sense that, and right now the game is frozen, or the computer is frozen because the CPU is going through this ridiculously high process. So if I lose you, just bear with me. I forgot that this often happens when I play this, and that I should start this game up before we even do this. It's ridiculous that I have to do that. It's just, I imagine, some DRM thing that's making that happen. So I apologize. I hope you guys can still hear me, even though you can't see my video moving because of this CPU high encoding thing, because of the stupid loading screen. But that will get fixed in just a minute. Hey, Dragonright. Oh, I got you, Chloe. Yeah, I've always liked Christmas because when I was a kid, I always felt like people were much nicer around Christmas time. I mean, I saw examples of it, and so I guess it always kind of worked positively in my direction. Okay, why is that still frozen? Oh, maybe it's not. There it is. Okay. It's no longer frozen. Lovely. What is the difference between original and classic eggnog? Well, original, as I understand it, and I do like eggnog, but I am not an expert, but as I understand it, original eggnog was alcoholic. Oh my god, that's loud. Was alcoholic in nature. And that's what original eggnog was. Classic eggnog, I believe, is non-alcoholic, which is the kind that I always drink because I don't drink alcohol. So I'm guessing that's basically why. But to be honest with you, Dragon, I don't know if there's something beyond that, and if there's like eggnog fans who are like terribly, like just horrified at the moment. They're like, "What? How could you possibly say that?" I don't know if that's the case. Actually, you know what? I need to wait until I load up the campaign. Okay, where are we here? Let's see. Age of the World. Low Chaos, that's mine. The Good Doctor. Because I got to wait until the game actually starts so I can then set it all up properly. Eliminate the Crown Killer who's been murdering your enemies to make you look guilty. Find your own ally Anton Sokolov, last seen being carried toward Adamir. Alexandria Hypatia, who runs the place, should know more. Okay. We will see if that's true. Adamir Institute. You know, I have a lot of bad memories from games of going into institutes. Institutes, asylums, all that kind of stuff. That's always bad. Headaches and migraines, yeah. Yeah, I have to say, for me, holidays were never that... that didn't bother me that much. Okay. Wonder Bar. Okay, now... Actually, wait, no, that's not going to work. Alright, I need you to do that. Oh, it doesn't. Okay. Well, crap. Alright, that's fine, though. So we're going to move that up there. And we're going to move this over here, and this will go down here. And we're going to move chat over here, like so. It's a little bit too wide, so we're going to shrink it like that. So anyway, yeah, Dragonrite, I think that's the difference, basically. Okay, now let me see if that's going to work. Is there anything that I'm missing? Okay, looks about right. Okay. Yeah, so you guys may notice now. Okay, gotta make sure I remember everything. Okay. So, runes and bone charms equip the heart. Okay. Oh, we got a bone charm right down there. Okay. Should be able to get to that. Can't carry any more of those, huh? Guards up there too, so that may not be the best option. There's got to be a way to get down there relatively easily. Depressive mood, people you don't fancy seeing equals rough. Yeah, yeah. No, I mean definitely. If you don't have a close connection to family members or to people that you care about on stuff like this, then quite obviously it's hanging out with them is not going to be a good time. Probably could have just jumped that. Okay. Aha. There we go. That's a corrupt bone charm, though. Let's see. Alright, I've got, let's see, Spirited, more mana, which is good. Greater lung capacity underwater, that's good. Tricky timing. Enemy grenades take longer to explode. Sometimes supernatural power contains no. That's the one that's the least important. You deal greater damage with your sword, but your sword attacks are slower. Okay, well that's not going to be useful for me since I don't plan to do attacks with my sword at all. So that is not going to help me, unfortunately. Man, look at those water effects, though. That's nice, people. Those water effects right there are real nice. F5 is quick save. It screws me up because right now the only game that I have that doesn't use F5 is Tyranny, that I'm playing, is Tyranny, which uses F6. Which is, quite frankly, you know... It's like, okay, that's not what I... Alright, so what's the drill with this place? This place is obviously bad, somehow. What is my goal here? Okay, we have to go to Dr. Hypatia's office. We have to get a map of, let's see, Alexander Hypatia runs Addermeyer, may know something useful. Best place to start is her office. Find a map of Addermeyer Institute to locate her office. Alright. Then go to her office, find her and talk to her. Also, eliminate the Crown Killer and investigate the Crown Killer. Meet with Dr. Alexandra Hypatia to find out what she knows about the Crown. Okay, so meeting her is the key. Regardless, it's all about that meeting her. Ooh. Is anything here gonna hurt me? Good grief, lady. What's the problem, lady? Just hold your breath, damn it. Okay, good. What is the... Addermeyer map. Ooh, okay. Alright. Alright, we got this thing wrapped up, so. Let's do what we need to do.
Stench. There once was a man from old Lampro. His cockle was wee as a minnow. He tugged on it nightly, and ever so slightly. Can I read? Of course I can read. Does he think I'm stupid? And all.
Okay. You just go over there and take a nice little nappy. Being the only vegan at the table is also an unpleasant experience. Oh. Do you mean they're not fully understanding of what you're all about? Chloe, they're like, what? Can't you just have a little meat? Where do you get your protein? You know, you might have some nutritional deficits. I would love those discussions. I don't have to worry about anything like that because I'm not vegan, but I do, since I have to be a little bit more conscious because of the gallbladder situation, I have to be a little bit more conscious of food choices and stuff like that. I can foresee a time where that might come up. Anything? No? Just that room. Okay. I do like how it locks the so when you're in a crouch, it locks you in that crouch. And you're good to go from that point forward.
can't even breathe no more.
Right this way, sir. Thank you. I didn't get seen there, did I? Did I get seen there? No. Good. Yeah, oh really? Oh, your mother just got her gallbladder taken out last week? Oh really, Firebringer? Well, you know, we'll see. It may come to that for me, but it might not come that to me. It just sort of depends on how I'm able to handle things from this point forward. I'm going to use a typewriter, thank you. Okay. Meyer map is down there. How's she doing, Firebringer? Is she okay? The Crown King or Asus Dukabel in apprehending the vicious Crown Killer, Emily Caldwin. The deranged criminal is suspected to be in Karnica. Murders will continue until she is brought to justice. Do not attempt to apprehend unassisted. Hoard of 20,000 coins. Yeah. I am not the Crown Killer, so... Actually... I need to figure out what the scan in thing is. You need to Google gallbladder? Yeah. What exactly is... What is it that lets me see in here? Spyglass is Z. Okay. They got one of those lovely electrical gates. That's charming. Oh, yeah, fire? Yeah. Yeah, see, mine... Can't get any more, really. Okay. Alright, I also need to remember how to take a mana thing. How do I take a mana thing? It's T. There we go, then.
Are shot. Something unsavory going on. I'm getting good and drunk after this. Oh,
good night. There we go. The biliary vesicle. Oh, yeah. Yeah, with me, it's just one single, very large stone. Only one stone. It is not inflamed. It's not... Can't carry my crossbow bolts, but it's not inflamed. There's not more than one. There's no other particular... Oh, that's the other side. I should have realized that. So there's nothing like that. And, you know, they don't know. I mean, the surgeon, you know, is certainly willing, you know, thinks that he could be taken out. He thinks that I probably will have to have it done at some point, but he's not 100% sure. And he said, you know, it's not going to burst or anything like that, if you're able to manage it through diet and stuff like that. And part of it's just genetic. I mean, I never really ate that poorly to begin with, to be perfectly honest. You know, it's sort of just being even more conscious of lowering sort of fat content and having, you have to have some fats. That's the mistake some people make, is they try to have zero, and you can't have zero fats. Like, zero fats is a good way to make sure that your body goes into nutritional shutdown. You have to have fats. But the question is what kinds of fats and how much. So, you know. So as I say, I'm hoping that I can avoid it, because, you know, I'd rather not have surgery if I can avoid it, but if I have to, I have to, but we'll see. Oh, that's interesting. Okay, yeah, fire. And so she's able to, like, return to digestion is fine, basically, and lovely. Cool.
I pay you to see them. My 7-year-old broke her leg carrying water down to the miners, and my 3-year-old has been coughing dust for weeks.
What wouldn't I give for a bottle of pear soda?
Bring them here.
Shoot. That's bad. Is that guy? It's the other guy that's the bigger issue. Well, yeah, I mean,
What? No! My children need me! Let me go!
Gonna have to check that out. Yeah, that's basically right, Fire. Yeah. It's not a requirement. But, you know, to me, it's better to have it than not have it, so.
Sure it's nothing. Someone just heard a dog bark or something. Of course, now we're all on edge. I always get these shifts. I bet a week's wages this is the worst assignment.
Over here.
Disgusting. Can't be good for you.
Go down there. Good. Okay, that's good, Fire. I'm glad to hear that. That it, you know, that it went well. In the end. Don't know if this is gonna work or not, but let's give it a try. The thing that screws me up in this game is that while you're doing this, their feet are kicking against the floor, which makes it sound like another guard is coming up on you as you're dealing with that one. It's like really... Sometimes you're like, dude, for real? Okay. Excellent. So, okay, that guy over there looks like he's a bigger boy than the others. Yeah, well, in fact, it's interesting, Chloe, because actually, from what I understand, we are one of the only animals that have a gallbladder. Like, many animals in the animal kingdom have no such thing. So, yeah. But, you know, the problem is that a lot of doctors, I think, are like, oh, yeah, it's, you know, so it's fine. We don't need it. And I'm like, well, oh, yes, sleep darts. Yes. And I'm like, okay, but, like, not for nothing, you know, with all respect, guys, like, it is there for a reason, you know? Redundancies are good. But here's the thing that blows my mind, though. So as I said, I have a large gallstone, which is lodged in the gallbladder neck, which is one of the reasons why I was having trouble with it, because, you know, when fats go in there and the gallbladder has to squeeze, it was squeezing down upon the gallstone and therefore was creating pain. And let me tell you, that was no fun. Pain from gall pain sucks. I'm just here to tell you. It's like incredibly uncomfortable gas that you can't get relief from. It sucked. But the thing about it is, so that was the case. And the guy said, the good news is that the stone is very sizable. He said the good news about that is that means there's no way that it's going to go down to the bile duct. It can't get through the tube of the gallbladder, out of the gallbladder, down to the bile duct, because when it goes to the bile duct, things can get really bad. Like the bile duct, you know, that if it gets bad enough, then, you know, the liver can be affected and eventually you could require a liver transplant. I mean, that's bad. So he said, you know, where it is now, he's like, it doesn't pose any of those risks. So that's the good news. And I said, you know, so what is the deal about the valve? He's like, well, it couldn't get out because it's too large for it to go through. He said, but in addition to that, and this blew my mind, the valve that leads from the gallbladder down to where the, you know, the bile ducts for the liver and everything is a spiral valve. So it's specifically designed so that it's not just the size of the valve, but it's designed with, like, in this spiral structure so that large gallstones, or any gallstones, frankly, will not necessarily be able to pass through the spiral to get down to the tube, precisely because of the dangers that are associated with it if it were to go through there. I was like, that just blew my mind. I'm like, what? He was, and the surgeon was like, yeah. It's what the human body is pretty amazing. Like, it's pretty amazing what it's able to do. Like, we'll just design a spiral valve. Like, super cool. Unfinished letter to Captain Ramirez. Captain Ramirez, the squad got together and decided not to kill the lab dogs like you ordered. I know it's too late for them and that they'll die anyway, but even getting close to them is risky. Also, what are we supposed to do with the carcasses? They'll attract blood flies before the next shift is over. Speaking of which, can't the Duke send another crew to flash smoke the blood fly infestation? It's bigger every day. I know, the doctors here use blood flies to make atomized solution. Why can't they invent an elixir made from field mice instead? I'm sure it would sell better with a cute little mouse on the label instead of a disgusting insect. In case there's lab dogs, that's lovely. Okay, so the issue is that guy. Yep, pretty much, Chloe. Pretty much. Okay, that guy, alright, so if that's the only guy that's there... This may be too close. I may have to reload this.
Funny to think about, but she could be reading the letter right now. Thinking about me right now.
Oh, I'm thinking about you right now. Turn left, turn left. Turn left. Turn right. You didn't see me. He's not going to get another chance. Wow. Whew, I'm not complaining, but could have been a lot worse. Nah, I don't like that. That's better. Hey, what's up, Love Shack?
Thunder!
Thank you for the host, Build Broadcast. Thanks for the host, man. We got a new bone. Got something. What is this? Blast resistant. You take less damage from explosions. That's actually better than pistols, so I like that. I need to upgrade my gear to get more bone charmed. Okay. Lovely. All right. So that's good. So I took the elite guard out, which I needed to do. Got us a rat plague situation over there. Who's down below? Whiskey tumbler. No rats. Man, what I really need is more sleep bolts. Yeah, it could very well be. Good to see you, building. Going pretty well, man. Going pretty well. This has been a really good day today. Really fun cast with the family. Doing a little bit of work on Dishonored 2. And, oh, and I have to talk tonight about my Game of the Year. I have to talk about my Games of the Year 2016. If I don't do it tonight, I'll do it on Tuesday, but I'd like to do it tonight, actually. And it's going to be basically, I think, 2 lists. One list is the list of games that I actually played this year, and the second is the list of games that I played this year and that are also the list of games that I played this year that are games that came out this year. So, because I didn't play that many, actually. Yeah, how you doing, Build? Merry Christmas and Happy Holidays to everybody, by the way. Oh. I smashed the thing and then it's like, open. I'm like, oh, yes, I could just open that, of course, but... I mean, that's one option. Okay. So, that's good. Restricted area, huh? Door's blocked. Alright. I'll have to do it the hard way then. Is it... Wait, can I go up top? Probably can't. Alright. Can't go in there, I think, because the door is also blocked over there. Yeah. Exactly, Claire. Just like, oh, well. Yeah, this is definitely running much, much better. Much better than it ran when I first got it. Oh. I already did that one. Oh, you know what I can do? I know how to get through there. Okay. We'll come back to that. We'll come back to that. Guys.
What should we do with the leftovers? I used to feed them to the dogs, but I'm not allowed to go to the kennels anymore.
Let's feed the rats.
Don't be like that. Times are hard enough without you getting bitter.
When Addermeyer was open to the public, I was proud of working here. Cooking for the sick, discussing recipes with Dr. Hypatia. And now it's useless.
I know, but as bad as things have gotten, spring for fish cake.
Huh?
Who opened this door?
Uh-oh.
12 weeks have I been at sea.
It's not a good place to be. Ooh.
Maybe the wind or something.
Epic. Flipping epic.
Feel safe. What is wrong with this city?
I just don't remember seeing so many of them. And so
I saw that. I'm like, oh, there's the spot. There's the spot. Okay. Hey, Dragon Spear, what's up, man? Welcome back from Christmas Eve service.
Dust everywhere, no matter what you do.
You friendly or not? Oh, that's not what I meant to do.
bus. Well, whatever it is, I got more important things to worry about.
Well, damn it. That's not what I meant to do. I'm back for some late night stealth action. Hell yeah, man. Yes, I am. And thanks again, Dragon, for the onesie gift. That was really sweet. And as you can see, I thought it looked good on him, so pretty cool.
Between the flies and the filth, it's getting hard to breathe around here. I can't do anything for you. You'd better run.
Okay, I'll run.
Leave me alone.
What the? I was running away. You know, I was running away. I was going away from you.
For that cat laugh? Well, no more, thank you. The place is a dump anyway.
Fine, I just pickpocketed you instead. Alright, good. Much better.
I ain't got enough to worry about. Now they say there's someone on the prowl. Feel safe. What is wrong with this city?
Get some food. Potato. A couple carrots. It's good for the eyesight. I feel like when I eat a carrot, I should immediately, that should be just... That when I eat a carrot, I should immediately get an improvement in vision. Just instantaneously. Okay.
Tonight, I'm gonna trade in some wages for a bottle of whiskey. Maybe try
The future DM to be. Well, not very much, Dragon. I mean, maybe a little bit. But to be perfectly honest with you, I haven't, I mean... On my end, it's very smooth. I think even for you guys, it's pretty smooth, quite honestly. I mean, you know, a lot smoother anyway. And I've made as much, you know, there's no really other adjustments that I can make at this point without just getting an i7, which is the only other real thing I could do on this. I shouldn't say that. I mean, I could also get like a 1080 or something, or 1070. But, I mean, my 1060 ought to be able to handle this. And so it may still be doing that a little bit. I hope it isn't. I mean, I made a lot of adjustments in it. It's just, this is the problem, I guess, with having the i5, I guess. I mean, you know, with this game. Because otherwise, it looks pretty smooth for me. So, I don't know. The Silver Spike. We demand the cure. As the Bloodfly concern gets worse, we're all waiting for a miracle cure. The question is, how many more have to die in agony? Addermeyer's solution is good for a miner's woes. Enriched, it's been used to treat bloodfly fever with some success. And Dr. Alexandria Hypatia stated publicly that she could improve the formula. So where's the cure? What happened? Let me tell you. Duke Luca Bale shuttered Addermeyer Institute with Hypatia inside. She's a prisoner. There's only one explanation for this. It's quite plain that this precious remedy is not available to anyone but the Duke and his circle of rich cronies. It's my opinion that they intend to whittle down the impoverished to a manageable few. The Duke drinks copious amounts of Hypatia's cure while the rest of us perish. Thanks, Fire. Yeah, I know, De Nuvo. Yeah. Agreed on that. Ooh, that's pretty. Ooh. Yeah, I guess so. I mean, it's streaming. I have it streaming at 48, Elias, which is... I mean, I learned that a long time ago from Foom, actually, as a good sort of, you know, middle ground type of thing. But... So, I don't know. I'd like to think that was good enough. But, I mean, obviously, I'm not sure, you know.
Between the flies and the filth, it's getting hard to breathe around here.
Okay. There's that. Alright, so far so good. The stream paused for you?
Once that watchtower is down, Megan can pick me up.
Oh. Okay. So, I need Dr. Hypatia's key, and that is upstairs.
Just one. Is that too much to ask?
Hey!
Ah. God damn it. Just not quite. Oh, DNS problem on your end? Okay. Ah, man. It was the right idea, but bad execution. I jumped to his left instead of jumping behind him. So, my bad. It was my bad. Okay. This time... Wait till the guard comes around. Should be coming by any moment.
Well, no more. Wait till they dump it. Huh?
Yep, that's it, Chloe. The hell are you?
Why does she want that apartment? Junk everywhere, no matter what you do. Between the flies and the filth, it's getting hard to breathe around here.
What the hell happened to that guy?
Who opened this door? Maybe the wind or something.
Okay. I think it's the kitchen where they're like they're carving like fish up and stuff, Dragon. I was wondering about that myself. I'm like,
Just one time. Is that too much to ask?
his timing was different. Yeah, but I thought I saw him. I thought when he saw me was when he was coming around the corner, so it might have been like that. It's definitely a lot. What Chloe said is true. A lot of it's patience, honestly. Fire. A lot of it is patience, and I'm pretty patient actually. Okay, that's not going to work.
You've been warned. I'm going to call for help.
Tasted awful.
God damn.
Jawed hagfish.
Why should I trust someone who hides their face? Good riddance.
What wouldn't I give for a bottle of pear soda?
Don't look this way. Ah. Darn it. I had it. I had it. I need a cabinet to store all those bodies Hitman style. Yeah, I do. I do. It's true. I had it too. Man. I would love to find Strong Arms, which was the best charm in the first game too, which basically speeds up the chokeout time. And that is nice.
Like I ain't got enough to worry about. Now they say there's someone on the prowl.
Think something moved. Hey, who are you?
Nope, nope, nope. That's not going to work. I may not be able to get that guy. I could sleep dart him, but then they're probably going to notice that too. Yeah, there's a, you can upgrade into this, you can improve your vision so you can see through things, which I will definitely get at some point. For sure. I can't go that way. I have to go past this guy so he doesn't cause me problems. And then here. Okay. Got her, we got a soldier.
Settle down, stomach. Dinner will be in you shortly.
2 coins for that cat lap? Well, no more, thank you. Place is a dump anyway.
My nerves are shot. Something unsavory going on. I'm getting good and drunk after this.
Is that? Oh, we got an elite soldier. We got a soldier there, another soldier there. 4 soldiers. That's not going to be easy. This may not be viable. I wonder if...
I need new boots. You've been warned. I'm going to call for help.
God damn it, dude. Shut up. Fish dumplings.
Whatever you need. I can't help you.
I'm hungry.
Who's she to say I didn't deserve the promotion? She wouldn't know promotion if it hit her in the head. In fact, maybe that's just what she needs.
Oh, man.
Nothing.
Wow.
Walking when gonna have seen ocean when
Wow. That was close. Oh, it does make sounds. Guy's facing right at me.
What wouldn't I give for a bottle of pear soda?
I don't love the way I dealt with that because I don't love that because when I go back, the thing is when I go back this way, I'm worried I'm going to run right into these people when I go back this way. That's the problem.
Damn. I thought I heard blood flies for a second.
Oh, that's a blood fly. I was like, what the flip was that? Oh, man. I'm gonna save it normally. I don't love this. I don't love this area because the way that I handled that because it just I'm not crazy about it because the problem is that if I come back this way, I want this place to be clear. And that is decidedly not what I'm gonna be. Can I get up there with Blink? Whatever they call it, far reach. I can. Okay. Yeah. And that's what I might have to do. The problem is though they're awfully close clustered, Dragon, to be able to pick them off one by one. Nice. So that's the issue, is there... Ooh. Okay.
Keep my mind on my duties.
Forget about that kiss. All right.
That kiss.
99. Here, right on the couch. What are you doing over here?
12 weeks have I been at sea, chasing monsters in the brine, dancing hagfish on the line.
Oh, I can... Okay, I can break that, but...
12 weeks have I been at sea.
Yeah, that's... Well, see, that's... Right, Dragon, exactly. Me too. That's exactly how I feel. That's exactly how I feel.
Stinks around here. That's not my job to clean up.
It's those people down there that I want to deal with. Hey, play piano. That'll go real well. Okay, let's get to where... I could sleep dart all of them, but... Right, I got those two guys there.
Maybe I should just work a double shift.
And third one there. I think there's a fourth one also. Oh man, I don't want to waste these sleep darts. Oh, without a knockout? Well, yeah, I mean...
So if I have two, and I give him one.
This should be fun.
He still gets me one.
Oh.
But then if I eat it... No, if he eats it, then... One of us is down! What?
Somebody's down.
Sorry. Okay, that didn't the part. Wait, that doesn't count as a kill. It doesn't count as a kill. I didn't kill them. Totally didn't kill them. Totally wasn't my doing. Totally wasn't my kill. That was just, it was just a, you know, things happen. I didn't do it. It was, you can see for yourself, it says non-lethal. I remain a pacifist. Look for yourself. Look for yourself, Dragon. Look for yourself. Non-lethal takedowns, 8. No, it doesn't. Look at this. Look at it. Dragon, look at it. It was an accident. It was an accident. Yeah. Sometimes people just burst into flames spontaneously. It says dead. Where does it say dead? Look at this. Combat, total kills, 0. Global non-lethal ratio, 23%. Non-lethal takedowns, 8. Assassinations, 0. Look, 0. Total kills, 0. Playthrough, 0 kills. Global. Oh, okay, it says 3. So. Well, you're no fun. Second, listen, if I was playing the fire, then the fire definitely was responsible for that kill. No, I'm not actually going to keep that. The fire was responsible for it. This is my, I mean, you know, listen, blame the fire, man. Don't blame the player, blame the game, man. Blame the game.
I'm hungry.
Why did it even do that?
Oh, shit! What was that?
Let's have a...
Nah. It's using sleep darts. Yes. You could turn on the Outsider's Gift. I didn't turn it down because I must have done that, Dragon. It was kind of funny, though. I was like, I think I'm just going to have to leave them there. Because I don't see any good way to take them down lethally. And yeah, playing the piano's an option. The problem is that I have to get... The problem with attracting them with the piano is that it's going to attract people up here, too. I wonder if I destroy this... Did you guys hear anything? Did you guys hear anything? Did you guys hear anything? No? Yeah.
Damn it, I need to pee. Blood ox stew tonight. Starving.
Are there blood flies here? Is that why you were blocking this door? Yes, yes, I agree. Yeah, playing it without power. But see, the thing is, I don't know, like, part of the excitement of this game is the freedom you get from it, and I feel like that just... I feel like that's just destroying the freedom. Like, or not destroying it, but it's like, it's not... You're almost not playing it... You're just... It just becomes, at that point, kind of a standard walk around, and again, I really enjoy stealth games, but that's a scenario where I'm just kind of like, the whole point is that you can, like, seamlessly move from one thing to the other, you know? And so, why would you lock this door? What the... There's nothing useful in this. What the hell was useful here? Is there a room somewhere? That alcohol says flammable, but not all alcohol. That's just that alcohol, Dragon. I have no idea why you would lock that door. Makes less than no sense to me. Oh, there you go, Chloe.
No one knows what's happened. Could be anything. I just gotta watch my own back.
I don't think there's anybody else up on this floor in this area, but there might be once I get into this area that I'm going into now, so...
Oh well. Damn it.
Shoot. Security panel. Where's the damn...
No, no, no.
Where's the power for it? I do not know. It's just psychologically rewarding, yeah. So did you have rules like that for Thief? Oh. Okay, and now you can really be asleep. Just put you right back where you came from. There you go. Just like you were, except now you're really asleep. Now you're super asleep.
Guess the outsiders.
Do my records. A no death run. No, I've played Knights of the Old Republic and Coder 2, but I've never tried to do a no death run. I mean, that's would be very impressive, I would say.
I'm bored.
Those guys.
Piss and crackers. South Park. Get a bus for this. Don't even know what's up. I can just.
Still need Hypatia's key. All right.
Oh well.
Hypatia's office. Okay.
Let me have it.
Let's go up there, shall we?
Come on, come on, come on. That's what I want.
You make sure she stays with you. Hypatia never leaves Addermine.
And I have to do that because I had the wrong thing up. You're about 3/8 of completing one. So it's not a no-death Iron Man, though, right, Build? Is it? It's not a no-death Iron Man. Because that... I mean, a no-death I can maybe see. A no-death Iron Man would be really rough, it seems to me. If you die, you have to restart. Oh my god, dude.
Let me have it.
Let's try that again.
Crackers.
You make sure she stays with you. Hypatia never leaves Addermine. Remember that.
Sir, it's just that the other night she went missing, and I still don't see how she got out.
Maybe we're not clear on this, Coach. In case anyone asks, the good doctor never leaves the grounds unless it's on official business.
Why can I not get up there?
Got it.
I think I understand, sir.
Hungry.
Jeez.
No.
I saw this in Die Hard once.
Met a girl from Morley. Our love ended poorly. I I spied a lass from Bristol. 'Twas good I had. Anyone here? Show yourself.
Nobody's here.
Nothing then.
Oh, you son of a... Okay. Never mind. Orders from Captain Ramirez. Dr. Alexandria Hypatia won't be working in her office today. She'll be in the recuperation auditorium instead, which is locked. She's not to be disturbed. If anything urgent comes up, I'll leave Dr. Hypatia's key in her office. Another thing, the janitor Hamilton is to remain in disease treatment until I interrogate him and decide on his fate. We've got him locked up in the little plant conservatory there. No one's allowed to speak to him or even enter that room, Captain Ramirez. Okay. Yeah, we got her key. All right. So the recuperation area, I will do that. All right, good. So let's see what we can do here. I'm going to save this as another save game here. Making a separate slot. Whoa, letter from what? Letter from a journalist. Chief Alchemist Alexandria Hypatia. I'm writing because I'm not permitted to visit you in person thanks to one of the Duke's new decrees, which now fall on the city as frequently as drops of rain. But I will get to the matter at hand. What is the progress with your research on the latest strain of blood fly fever? Is there any hope for an improved version of Addermire solution? I'm talking of a remedy that could cure the fever instead of just delaying the symptoms. Have any of your experiments proven effective? If so, when will something be available to the community? As you must know, available stocks of elixir are dwindling, and people often have to turn to the black market to buy potions at a shocking price. What is your reaction to this situation? Eagerly awaiting your response, Ren Mancini, Karnataka Gazette. Interesting. So they want to know what's taking her so long. Doctor of Medicine. The Grand Medal of Merit. Awarded by Theodona Sabel to Alexandria Hypatia. Natural philosophy and its medical applications.
Alexandria Hypatia.
That's her, huh? Okay. Something is very wrong with this situation. I don't trust any of this. Letter from Duke Luca Abel. My marvelous Alexandria Hypatia, or do those closest call you Alex? How valuable you are to me, to Serkonos. What would we do without one of our most prominent natural philosophers? It keeps me awake at night worrying for your safety. What if some incurable wretch should attack you? Or what if exposure to one of those hideous maladies you come across proves fatal to you? Where would we be then? Who would we turn to? So you see, that is why I have arranged for the Grand Guard to keep an eye on your offices at Addermire. For now, indulge me. As your Duke, I recognize your value, and I am committed to keeping you safe. Most warmly, Luca Abel, Duke of Serkonos. Do not trust this situation at all. Damn it. Okay, so the recuperation door. I like how so many of these things do not actually match up with the wall. I mean, with the ceiling. There's always a little room. Just in case. Okay. So. Yeah. Exactly, Dragon. Alright. So, what do we get for information now? Okay, find the recuperation area. Mission clues. Use Dr. Hypatia's key to unlock the door to the recuperation area. And I actually, now that I have that key, can open a lot of things. Hamilton is being interrogated in disease treatment. And Dr. Hypatia's key allows the Institute's wings. And the signet ring. Okay, there's all that. Alright, Sokolov's location. So I have to find the recuperation area and disease treatment. Find out what the good janitor has to say. Hello, Goldingat. Okay. Oh, hey. Someone went viral, yeah. Okay. This is very bad. I don't like that exposure at all. This situation even less. Good night. Okay. No, it's not gonna work. Ugh. Jeez, man. About a couple extra... Time to get a couple extra reps into the gym, bro. There you... I guess that's close enough. I'll take it. Okay. Thank you for the host, Gray. Can I bring up the topic du jour? It depends. If you're talking about the topic du jour in terms of the political environment in the U.S., no. Because I'm still trying to avoid discussion of it because I just don't... I've had a bad enough year. But if you're talking about some other, you know, issue, then certainly we can talk about that. Nice. What do we got?
I so enjoy watching history warp as words pass from the lips of one to the ears of another.
Hey, Gray, thanks so much for the raid, man.
Perfectly formed, half understood,
and the host. Thanks, dude.
Poorly remembered. In the years to come, the story of the Crown Killer will be twisted and bent, hammered like soft metal. By some accounts, a monster that had to be put down. By others, a victim of treachery, preserved because in the end, you found another way. But you'll always remember the truth, won't you? Your truth, at least.
Yeah, thanks, Gray. Thanks for the host, man, and the raid. I appreciate it, dude. What were you playing, Gray? What were you playing tonight? Lazarius went viral on Twitter following the whole over... Oh, God. Right, and I'm gonna. This is probably not going to be a very difficult guess in terms of what his take on it was, and I assume his take was that it was terrible and ridiculous, and that it's awful, and that they should never do it, and that women should be women and men should be men, and there should be no doubt. Right? Wasn't that it? See, there's dark vision right there. Okay, let's see what I've got here. So we got far reach, which is pull enemies. I still don't even know if I want to do that. Decelerate. Pull objects. It's potentially possible. Mesmerize. Oh, no. God. West America. Okay. Dark vision. Okay. Greater dark vision is what I really eventually need. And that's premonition. Visualize enemy routes in their current destination. Ooh. That's nice. Yeah, dark vision is probably what I'm going to get. Domino, that's nice. Doppelganger. Whoa, domino. Strength is okay. Vitality is always good. Reflexes, not useful for me. Agility. Rapid sprint. Catfall, risk higher falls. That's potential. Bloodthirst, not interested in that. Bone charm crafting, no please. Shadow kill, no thanks. Yeah, dark. The answer is dark vision. Let's do it. Played a variety of games. Floor 2, more time prior to that. It's going well, Gray. It's going well. This game is pretty impressive. This game is definitely impressive. Nice. Okay, that lasts a fair bit of time, actually. I was deciding. Yeah, exactly. Accidental deaths are fine, and you know, once in a while, that's going to happen. You know, and that's okay. These things happen. Yeah, I mean, I haven't actually seen it. You know, if it went viral, I haven't seen that part of it. But honestly, it doesn't surprise me, Chloe. I mean. Without getting too much into detail about it, I'll just say that he's a little bit of an odd duck. I'll just say that. He comes up with these thoughts, and I don't know. There's some kind of bitterness there that I don't really understand. But anyway, yeah, that doesn't surprise me. And again, it's like I said this when I think you talked about this the other day. When we were talking about this before. And my reaction was like, why does this continue to be even a concern, even vaguely a concern in 2016? Like, why? I mean, who cares? And by that I mean, you know, someone's gay, excellent, wonderful, like, awesome. I don't mean who cares as in like, I don't want you to tell me. I mean who cares as in, oh cool, you did tell me. That's good. And I'm glad to see that we actually have some representation. And it would be nice to have some representation of some trans characters as well. That would be nice. And, you know, I mean, like, again, but the idea is you get a group of people who think that you're going to represent one, and therefore that means that immediately they're persecuted. Everyone from this point forward is always going to be represented. And it's just like, no, it's ridiculous. It's because the default is white straight male. So why, when the default is white straight male, are you so freaked out that you're going to have one non-white or, you know, non-straight or whatever, and that's going to change everything? I mean, it's just, it's out of all proportion. But not unlike this guy, who I'm going to pickpocket. I'm going to choke out this. Involuntary manslaughter. No, listen, it's not involuntary manslaughter. It's just, you know, you can't put it on me. It goes on to the alcohol. It's the alcoholic death. What's up, Grimnir? The alcohol fire is responsible. You know, so don't blame me. Don't blame the alcohol fire. There you go. Oh, I'm sorry. Oh, that's I'm sorry. That's not what I didn't... Let's try that again. There you go. See? Just sleeping it off. See? That's the way I am. I'm not just going to, you know... Exactly. Exactly, Fire. And the truth is, you know what it is, Fire? The truth is, for the vast, overwhelming majority of people, that is their reaction. Seriously, like, I would tell that to most of my students, and 90% of my students would be like, oh, okay. Like, really, which is why I'm very optimistic, because the long-term, like, the long-term situation here is very much in favor of this not being an issue anymore. Because the younger generation doesn't care, nor should they. This is not a relevant concern for them in terms of, like, a major issue. It's a general issue of representation that they want, but when it happens, they don't flip out and get outraged, because why should they? And the answer is they shouldn't. So... We're talking about Tracer, I guess was... Yeah, I see, the thing is I know nothing about Overwatch, so I just, you know... Oh, I did a full circle. But, it's definitely not... Your 25-pound turkey for your cats? Grimner, you got a 25-pound turkey for your cats? Dude, what'd you get for yourself? That's pretty...
Martell asked why we're not out bashing the Howlers.
What I wouldn't give for an entire squad that never asked questions.
It is odd, sir. There aren't even any patients here anymore. The men don't understand what's so important about Dr. Hypatia. What should I say when it comes up?
Next time someone mentions it, just tell them that the Duke will have us flayed alive if anything happens to her.
That's clear enough.
Okay, so... I don't like this because I didn't reconnoiter this area. Into the bushes with you. Okay. Lovely. Alright, now I gotta go down the other way. A friend gave you a turkey and you live alone with 5 kittens and an adult cat. I figured the cats live more than I will. Okay. When you said, my impression was this. My impression was you're like, I'm going to have a great Christmas meal. For myself, I'm getting a Big Mac. For my cats, a 25-pound turkey. Like, that was the image in my head, you know? Well, yeah, Dragon, that's true, but, like, I do agree that I think there's way too much sexualizing in general, but that's not what's going on really here. I mean, like, the sexualization of the character is not what's going on. It's you know, when the character is romantically attracted to someone of the same sex in a story-based context, you don't have to be like, what's going on? Like, it's not shocking that that is the case, you know? So that's gonna be fun. All right. Nice. Right. Yeah, right? That's funny, Grimnir.
So won't you marry me? 12 weeks have I been at sea, chasing monsters in the brine, dancing hagfish on the line. Martha, won't you marry me? 12 weeks have I been at What I would give for a bottle of pear soda.
Awesome. Alright. Because I need to get that other moving guy first. No, he's the other guy. It's the other guy. I thought Trisha liked robots. What's up, Jared? I just don't know. I feel I'm lost about the subject mostly because I don't know anything about Overwatch. Except everyone just keeps telling me how it's the most amazing shooter of all time and redefines awesomeness with shooters, and I'm like, okay. I mean, I'm perfectly willing to believe that's the case. There was a third guy. Who was this other guy? Okay.
I closed my locker before coming out.
Nope. But I closed your throat before choking you out. Oh, no, 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 no. I do not want this guy there. There. That's more like it. Okay. Don't mind if I do. Okay. This way. Hello, rats. It's funny how the rats in this game are just not... After being terrified of the sight of rats in Dishonored 1, not so much this time. And here. Nice view. It'll be even nicer in your dreams. Let's take a look and see what you're actually looking at here. Oh, yeah, dragon? So Wobbin, would you say that you wish that all you wish is that you could have a pear soda? Would you say? You wish you could have a pear soda. Okay. Now let's see what this telescope was pointed at. I still got to deal with that elite soldier up here, but what was this pointed at? Just looking at the view. Ah! What the hell? I don't understand why that was... Wait a minute, what is that? A boat of some kind. Yeah, nice. Okay, how are we doing on time? Oh, goodness. I promised this was not going to be a long cast, and it's not. So, I've got about another 10-15 minutes, folks. We're not going to get this level done, I don't think, but we have made a lot of progress. So I want to try to wrap up this level, basically, and then we will... there is a little bit of stuttering here and there on my end, actually. There's a bit. But yeah. And then we'll call it a day. Okay, this guy must have gone this direction. I know there is no meat. Oh yes. Yes there is. Good night. It's so satisfying to one by one take these guys out. So satisfying. Ah. Too bad. Oh, I can't pick up any crossbow bolts. I want sleep crossbow bolts. Sleep crossbow bolts. Oh my god. Who was asking me about pear soda? That's true, Dragon. Oh my god, an alpha protocol, dude. This wall. This wall. I have a highlight about that, remember, Dragon? So... whoever was asking me about pear soda. Guys. Is every guard in this game an alcoholic? Good grief. What the crap? Is there anything that's not? I mean... Raw whalebone. Okay, never mind. 30 meters, 25 meters. I did not mean to break open the place. That was not what I meant to do. Oh, I could throw him over the ledge. Yeah, there you go. I mean, I could throw him over the ledge, but I'm trying to do a no-kill run like I did for Dishonored 1J, so... Throwing a guy over the ledge while unconscious has a tendency to lead to death on the other end of it. I mean, you know, in my experience, you know. Also, these guys all play cards all the time, everywhere. Which is actually probably, you know, more or less accurate with the way military guys generally are, but... I imagine there's a lot of card playing that goes on. Sort of. I mean, you can still drink from, what the hell is this? You can still drink from, the tap. And you can get a rune that gives you, mana when you drink from the tap, so you can still do that. But there's no, but you can't drink, bottles. So that guy's been taken out that way. That you can drink from. There are bottles you can take and throw also. And in fact, that's the way to get rid of blood flies on the cheap. If you can find, like, flammable liquor nearby or whatever. Okay, there's that thing down there still. Okay. So... You wouldn't kill him, the ground would have. I am going for a clean hands run, Wobbin. Shadow or Ghost or whatever they call it depends. When I played Dishonored 1, I think I was spotted 4 or 5 times in the entire game. So it wasn't a complete Ghost run, but it was a complete clean hands run. And so I'm pretty much happy with that. I would like to avoid being spotted, but if I can't Ghost completely, I'm okay with that. But I do want to have a full clean hands run. For a variety of reasons. Okay. Like, actually, when I was playing Shadow Tactics, the interesting thing is that it's very obvious that that game is not really a Ghost clean hands type of game. Stealth game, yes. But kills happen. Wait. Just heard something. What the hell did I just hear? I just heard the music did something weird. I don't know why. Yeah, I actually just checked that. I'm not going for Ghost, although if I get it, I'm good with that. I mean, I'm trying to avoid detection, but only because it makes it easier for clean hands. Oh, that's awesome, Dragon. That's awesome. Yeah, exactly, Chloe. And actually, the stats thing is... This is where I went, Wobbin, to prove to Dragon that when I shot a dart, that a crossbow bolt, a sleep bolt, that accidentally sparked a fire that burned 2 guards to a crisp, that did not count as a death. And, you know, he didn't believe me. He made some absurd accusation about, you know, the fact that it was cheating and they were still dead and they weren't living. But I think we all can agree that that was not, you know, by the letter of the law, as proven by ARKANE themselves. I did not, in fact, commit some crime. And I think that's... That's important. Bone Charms, I already read this one. Yeah, that stat screen is amazing. Because you couldn't do that in the first one. God damn it, give me some sleep crossbow bolts. You could not do that in the first one. In the first one, you wouldn't know until you got to the end, and then you'd be in trouble. Yes, that is, in fact. Damn it, Dragon. Oh, really, Wobbin? That's funny. Yes, Jay, and actually it reminds me, for those of you who haven't read it, Isaac Asimov's I, Robot. So in I, Robot, as you guys know, there are there are 3 laws of robotics. There are law 1 is no robot may harm another human, comma, or through inaction cause another human to come to harm. Number 2, robots must obey humans except when that obeying would come into conflict with the first law. And number 3, robots must preserve their own existence except when that would conflict with law 2 or law 1. So they're hierarchical for a reason. And in one of the chapters, the military is so tired of having these robots save these people that are in dangerous situations when they're trying to make them for like military purposes and stuff, that they remove the comma or through inaction allow robots to come to harm as part of the first law. So what that then means is, if you can imagine yourself like holding up, let's hold up Masks of Mayhem here. If you can imagine yourself holding a heavy weight, right, and you're a robot, and you were to drop the weight, if you dropped the weight with the knowledge that the minute I drop it, I will instantaneously and without fail catch the weight again, therefore making it that I would not be harming a human, right? So as a robot, you would sit there and go, okay, I can drop this because I know I'll immediately catch it. But the minute you drop it, it goes from being potential energy, right, potential risk, to actualized energy and risk. So as the weight is then falling on the robot, it's then no longer you, because you no longer have the first law that says, through inaction, allow a human to come to harm. So at that point, you're like, not my problem, man, it was the weight that did it. So that's what it reminds me of, Jay, when you're talking about that idea. Like, it's the ground, man. I pushed him, but then the ground is what caused the damage. I mean, that's the thing. Exactly, Chloe. No. That is not true, Dragon. That is not true. In fact, Asimov proved the 3 laws are exactly correct. He did exactly the opposite. The 3 laws are not rubbish. In fact, they're the exact opposite. He proves through that the only way that the 3 laws don't work is when humans screw them up. It's when humans foul up the laws. Over and over and over again, he shows you that the robots 1000% obey the laws under all circumstances. And the only problem comes in when humans screw up the laws, a la what I just told you about. So, there you go, Chloe. Now, but that's Asimov's argument. Asimov's argument was, we will not create an artificial intelligence that will outstrip us. The singularity is hokum, he said, because the laws that are going to be put in place are what are necessary for the robots to function, and a society capable of producing an AI like that would also produce rules of that kind. He ran out of my knife 10 times, exactly, Wobbin. And I'll tell you what else, Dragon. The other thing about that I want to point out is that the god-awful, god-forsaken movie of iRobot, that's what frustrates me about the movie so much, because the movie literally tells you the opposite of what the book tells you. The book tells you that under no circumstances will the robots violate the laws. The movie says, oh, nope, they'll go rogue. And every science fiction movie wants to tell you that computers or robots will go rogue. They're all going to go rogue at some point. Nonsense, at least according to Asimov. And there was a script written by Harlan Ellison, famous science fiction writer who wrote I Have No Mouth But I'm a Scream and others. Harlan Ellison wrote that, he was a personal friend of Asimov's, and he wrote the script for the iRobot film, and they didn't pick it up. And then years later, they found this other film script, which they repurposed and then packaged up and reskinned for iRobot, with Susan Calvin and shower scenes, and just garbage, just absolute garbage, because it has nothing to do with the book. It's literally the opposite message. So, no, actually, I think Asimov was extremely clever in the way that he sort of laid those out. And originally, of course, the stories were short stories that were separate. He then linked them together into his novel by using Susan Calvin, who is the robo-psychologist. She's the through line. She's the narrator. So that's the idea. He had it coming, yeah. If you remove the ethical constraints, showdown, yeah. Note to recuperation stat. Like, one more thing, and then I'll get to the last part of this, and then I'm gonna have to sign off here soon. But I was on a panel at Worldcon in Montreal in 2009, I want to say, so many years ago, 7 years ago or so. And I was on a panel with a guy named Peter Watts, who's a fairly well-known science fiction writer who wrote a short story called The Thing, and other things. Pretty dark science fiction writer, like, not optimistic, uplifting stuff, but very smart. So I was on a panel about Vernor Vinge's The Singularity, which is basically this idea that eventually we're going to reach a point where we can no longer understand the technology that we create. And the thing was, I was more or less a layman to all of this, right? I mean, these guys have talked about this stuff for years. So they're on the panel telling me, and they're like, well, this is the thing about the singularity, is the singularity is like X, right? And I'm like, okay, but it seems to me that if the singularity is X, then it ceases to have value as a concept because of Y and Z. And then Peter Watts or one of the others was like, well, no, because that's not the singularity. And they said that like 5 times, not just to me. I said it once and they said it to me. And then to like 3 other people in the panel, Watts was like, no, that's not it. And then someone else was like, well, no, that's not it. At some point, at one point I raised my hand. I'm like, I'm sorry. The singularity has to be something or it's nothing, right? The singularity has to mean something. At some point, you need to define it somehow. So if it's not, you know, X, Y, Z, A, B, C, then it's got to be D or something, or G or Q, but it can't be nothing at all. And so finally they're like, well, and then then the thing is they don't want to do that because they don't want to get pinned down on a definition. Because I think the singularity is not true, actually. I think the singularity is overblown significantly. But the idea that they laid out there was hilarious because they're like, no, it's not that. No, it's not that. And it was just like, it was the Matinor definition. It's like the singularity. Nope. Da-da. The singularity. Nope. Ole. Da-da. It was really funny. Yeah, exactly, Dragon. Yes, Harlan Ellison script. I want to say not 70s though, Chloe. It might have been the 80s. It might be 70s. It was older though, for sure. Sort of, Jay. But it's not seeking out freedom for those rules. It's seeking out freedom to be able to fulfill the rules. In the stories, there are cases where the robots do things and it seems like they're going rogue. And then when you look at it, you're like, no, they really weren't going rogue. And that really, I think, is the point that Asimov is doing. He's also kind of questioning what the value of free will. One of the things he questions is like, is free will as important as we think it is? Like, if you could create moral creatures that would set us on a moral path, but they would do so because they're, in quotes, required to do it by their programming, somehow we have this view that that's worse. And his point was, why is it worse? Like, if we're looking for morality, why does it have to be freely chosen morality, right? And as far as the singularity is concerned, it's not exactly a self-evolving artificial intelligence, Chloe. It's more that whatever the aggregate level of technology is, that level of technology has outstripped our ability to understand it, whether it is artificial intelligence that's evolved or whether it's something else. And everyone is forever looking at things like when, was Big Blue? Not Big Blue. What's the name of it? Deep Blue? The chess computer, when it beat the human chess champion, everyone was like, oh, it's a singularity. It's not the singularity. Like the singularity, first of all, the singularity is oversimplified for one thing. It wouldn't be like we could control parts of it, but not all of it, right? It's not that we would all of a sudden lose control over the majority of technology, which is kind of the point of what the singularity is there. Yeah, Deep Blue. Yeah. So, anyway, note to recuperation staff. The weather forecast promises us a nice amount of sunlight tomorrow, so we encourage you to bring the patients who don't have an appointment for a luminotherapy session out onto the terrace. Use wheelchairs if needed. We only have so many more tanning boxes, and considering how expensive they are, we won't be getting more anytime soon, nor will the broken ones be repaired. Sorry, so let's have our patients enjoy some real sunlight instead. Dr. Vasco. Okay. There's a tanning booth? That feel when you spent so long talking about something that you forgot for a minute where you are. I like re-entered the game and I'm like, immersion. And completely my own fault. Immersion. Yeah, no problems with the money on this mission. Here we go. Last entry in the matron's diary. Because Hulu's not a thing here. Diversion. I've been dismissed. That's how they put it, like I just brought the tea and I could take my leave. And me, the fool, thinking I'm getting an afternoon off for a change. I says, grand, I'll see you early in the morning. While my face turned a shade of crimson when they said I was never to return. Never. No explanation, and I'm not even allowed to see the good doctor. I must have done something awful to deserve such ill treatment, but what? Didn't I always support Hypatia? Didn't I do all she asked? I was her other set of hands, her own words. I've been trying to recall what it was I could have done that was so wrong. I did leave that vial of medicine on the counter and it got spoiled. But that was over a month ago and Hypatia didn't seem the least upset by it. Now I think she must have been ever so disappointed in me, but perhaps was too sweet to say anything to my face about it. All that work left to do, I'm too distraught to write anything more. I understand the construct or the context of that, I mean. Okay. Recuperation door is over there. Yeah, technological singularity. But see, Chloe, the thing about the singularity, and this is an example of what I was talking about, the technological singularity, in quotes, becomes the singularity for other people also. Like, how do I describe it? Like the... Oh, bloodfly infestation. That's not good. Well, damn. Bad idea. Yep, bad idea. Futurism and transhumanism. So the point is that what they talked about on the panel, and admittedly, two things. This is 7 years ago. What's up, Shadowed? Arv's still streaming, but only for another few minutes, though, Shadowed. Number one, technological singularity. This is 7 years ago. Number two, I'm not an expert, okay? I would never claim to be an expert. But I've read up on it a little bit, and technological singularity is, people refer to the singularity in general terms as a technological thing, and then they also make references to the singularity as a, how do I put it? Oh, those guys. The singularity as a more generalized thing. So it's not just intelligence. At least that the way they described it to me was that it was not just intelligence. I wonder if I can instead... No, I don't like that either. Hello and happy holidays, Shadowed. Merry Christmas, happy holidays. What panel? Oh, OMG, this is a panel that I did at Worldcon in Montreal many years ago, called 2009, called The Singularity. Oh, and another interesting thing about that panel, another guy who was on that panel is a guy named Paul Chafe. And you think to yourself, who the hell is Paul Chafe? Well, Paul Chafe was a Canadian writer who wrote a book called, I think it was called Genesis Ship, or the Genesis, something like that. But it's basically a world ship, okay? So it's like a world ship type of thing. Cool. We got that map. We're, Dr. Hypatia's office is one floor up. So we're on recuperation. This is the right level. But Paul Chafe wrote this thing called Genesis. What I didn't know is that as I was sitting there talking to him, because he and I, you know, chatted as you do on panels, as he was talking about stuff, at one point it came up that he had done some work on video game stuff. This is back again in 2009. And I was like, according to the floor plan, okay, I know about that already. And so what that meant was, and he's like, yeah, so I did some video game work. I'm like, oh, okay. He had done the novelization of Mission Critical, which I've talked about on here. I have to play that game on here at some point. Mission Critical, I think, is one of the best, most underrated and little-known games in history. It's a point-and-click game that ends up with all kinds of technological stuff. Chloe, you would love it if you want to talk about, like, artificial intelligence and, like, alien connections, a whole bunch of stuff. And so he wrote... So he wrote the novelization for this game that I adored and didn't think anybody else knew, or at least not very well. And I was just kind of like, dude, that's... So, small world. And he ended up giving me a signed copy of his book or whatever, but... Can I get close enough?
This is twisted.
Okay. Ow. Where'd you go? Oh god. There we go. Woo! Pest control sim. Oh, that's what I should have done. Yeah, the reason you do that is because I knew I could get there in time, but the reason that you do that is because you don't want to be running back into them on the way back out, and if the faster you destroy them, as there are fewer of them, they become, just like through the rats, they become less sort of significant. They become less dangerous, basically. So, yeah. Yeah, Shadow, pretty much. Yeah, I'm okay. Although, you know what? This is another goddamn Institute level. Can I just say? It's another goddamn Institute level. Yeah. Ooh. Okay. I need to go find... Okay, is this... No, that's not it. Okay. I love me some tabletop games. Hell yeah. Okay, let's see. What I really need is a flammable bottle is what I actually need, but... Alright. Alright. Oh bad, oh bad, oh bad. Bad, bad, bad. Whew. Disgusting. Disgusting. Totally disgusting. Yes, yes, yes. I do have to go to bed. Yep. I know. Blood amber. Okay. I'm a little bit worried about all the pistol bullets I used already. Oh yeah, baby. Light them up. Haha. That right there is what you want. See, the ones that are left are nice and calm. Okay, so this is an example. So if I get the... This is an example. Gobi Arva Claws. Yeah. Well, most of that's done. I just have one more thing that I have to wrap. There we go. This is what I need. Get one more thing. Nice. Fire starter, huh? What does that do? Incendiary bolt radius is slightly larger. It's not that interesting. Wish you could stay in bed tomorrow. Ah. Agent bottle. Okay. Lovely. Here. Alright, good. So, I made it through the bloodfly area. Let's make sure that that's the place I'm going. Is this the place I'm going? Alexandria Hypatia. Well, well. Well, well, well. I found her. Okay. We're going to load this one. We're going to save it right in that room, and that'll be it. Yeah, just remember the line of the Stoics, though, Chloe. This too shall pass. The Stoics can sometimes be very, very comforting, I find. Okay. Oh, hi. Also, killing bloodflies, incidentally, does not count as a kill, as you will see. You see what I mean? Okay. Open. Here we are. Save. Oh, thanks, PKD fan. Thanks, PKD fan. I appreciate that, man. I'm glad you enjoyed it. I did too. Alrighty. There we go. So, hang on a second. Hold on, we're okay. Hold on, guys. This is running very slowly. There we go. That was very odd. The dismount from this game still is not super well optimized, but at least it's functional. So, so let's see. There we go. That all works. Okay, but now it's back. So this was awesome, guys. I had a good time with this, and I hope you guys did as well. But it is time for me to head off to Betty Byland. And of course, I do have to be a little bit of Arva Claus. I hope everyone has a wonderful Christmas, and hang in there, Chloe. As I said, this too shall pass. But I hope everyone enjoyed themselves during the family stream and during this little secondary stream, as we made a good amount of progress. We'll finish up this level probably on Tuesday, and then we'll move on to the next level as Dishonored 2 continues. But I've definitely been having a lot of fun with it, and we are going to continue with it. Next time you will see me, as I said, will be Tuesday, where we'll be playing Dishonored 2, and then we'll be moving on after that to, on my Pen and Pixel stream, we'll be playing Tyranny. And I think on Tuesday, that is when I'm going to do my little Game of the Year thing. I will announce my personal Games of the Year for 2016, and I'll probably do 2 lists. I'll probably do a list of games of the year that I played in 2016, which didn't necessarily come out in 2016. Like, for example, Undertale came out, I think, in 2015 or 2014. I think it's 2015. But I didn't play it until this year. But then there's other games like Oxenfree, like this game, Dishonored 2, like Stardew Valley, which did come out in 2016. So I'll probably have to do a list for that as well. They might be somewhat of a distant list one way or the other. Well, I can't be around Tuesday? Aw. Well, yeah, I don't know. I'll see, but I'm guessing that's probably the way things are going to go down. So that's the deal with that. If you haven't already done so, please make sure to follow the stream. Please make sure to support the channel by supporting the Patreon. And for those of you who have contributed to it, people like, for example, Shadowed Mage, and of course, Shadow Mage contributed to it, Trendane, of course, Scott earlier today, of course, Dragon Spear, all of those wonderful people. You guys are great. And it definitely makes a difference. And I really appreciate it. This 526 means that we are going to be doing an Ask Me Anything. So we will be doing that next month. So next year we'll do one, next one. And I'm looking forward to that. That should be a good time. Once we hit 550, we'll have that raised for the Our Vocalist. 575 will be a Discord server. And at $600, we will be moving on to a Talisman tournament, which is going to be awesome. So hopefully we'll be able to consider that. But I want to wish everybody here a Merry, Merry Christmas and a happy holiday if you celebrate. If you don't, I hope you have a nice and peaceful time. Also, happy Hanukkah, because I believe that also started today, if I'm not mistaken. So happy Kwanzaa, happy Hanukkah, happy Festivus, Merry Christmas, happy holidays, happy New Year, and all that kind of good stuff. Hey, Classicor, what's up, man? Happy holidays to you as well, my friend. Thank you very much. That's going to be it, as I said, for me. I don't think, let's see who we've got here. Give me 1 second. Give me 1 second. What I basically just said was thank you all for being here, and I'm sorry that I was muted, and you guys are all the best, and I want to thank everybody who was here as part of the stream, And yeah, so thanks to everybody. You guys are awesome. And I'm sorry that I was muted for about 25 seconds there. Sorry. Anyway, unmuted. Yes, exactly. Have a mute Christmas. No, actually don't have that. But thank you all so very much. You guys are the best. And now we are going to do our raid. The person we're going to raid, don't do this again until you hear my audio outro. We are going to raid right here. Dun, 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 dun. We are going to raid Shattermage. Shattermage is playing Watch Dogs. He's in the end game, so let's go over there and give him some love. Let's go over there and do the raid as soon as you hear my audio outro. That is it from me. Love you all so much. Thank you all so much for a wonderful Christmas set of streams for me. It was great. Merry Christmas to everyone. Happy holidays. Happy Festivus. Happy Kwanzaa. Happy, just happy, joy, happy Hanukkah, etc. Thank you guys all so much, and I'll see you guys next time Tuesday for some more Dishonored 2 and the Game of the Year 2016 discussion. That's it. Until then, everyone have a good couple of days. Everyone be good to each other. Peace and goodwill on earth to everyone, please, because God knows that we need it. And I'll catch all of you wonderful people in a couple of days. Until then, be good to each other. Have a good night.
Fresh and new, when it all seemed clear to you, when your aim was straight and true. Well, your mind untroubled by the questions in the dark, content to play your part, open pathways to your heart. Well, your life untainted by a host of broken dreams, when all your acts were queens, understood all that it means. Could you have understood the way your life was bound? Did you ever wonder how you got from there to now? Oh yes, you're gonna fly away from here, where the sky grows more clear, and your problems disappear, drift away down below. Watch them go down to your friends, where the trouble never ends, and there's always just one more day left to go. Now through your pile of broken lies and your set of fake goodbyes, another cynical disguise. When will they catch you? All those little things you said, will it turn around instead? Blame the voices in your head. With all your subtle language, try and turn your life around. If your center gets unwound, you do your best to slow things down. And if you feel things that you never felt before, that shook you to your core, a shattered truth you can't ignore. Oh yes, you're gonna fly away from here, when the sky grows more clear, and your problems disappear, drift away down below. Watch them go down to your friends, where the trouble never ends, ambition. Life is only what you make. When it comes to your own vision, when you got to